right, we are on the record. It's October 22nd, 2019. This is Judge Wish, courtroom 1, session 1. Can I have the parties announce themselves for the record, please?
Letitia Fowler with the Office of Public Defender.
Jennifer Garcia Vincenti for the state. Catherine Marlin for the state.
Do you go by Garcia or Garcia Vincenti?
I registered for the bar as Garcia Vincenti, so.
Okay, is that what you prefer?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good morning, sir. Can you please tell me your name?
Willie James McGee Jr.
All right, Mr. McGee, you're here in 2019 CF 9232AO. You're arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for your case management conference on October 17, 2019. The judge did revoke your release and set your bond at none. Does he have the public defender? Okay. You do have the public defender's office representing you, and they can file any motions with regards to bond for you. All right, good morning. Can you tell me your name, please?
Heather Raincrow.
All right, Ms. Raincrow, you're here in 2019 CF 14404AO. You're arrested for possession of a controlled substance without a prescription and possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You may not possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. And I am going to stay the bond at the 1,000 on count 1. I'll reduce count 2 to 100. I'm not going to revoke your release today, okay? You need to make sure that everyone knows how to get a hold of you, okay?
Yes,
So you don't miss your court date,
Yes, ma'am.
okay? You come, sorry?
She has a forthcoming FTA for the same case.
Okay, all right. Not for tomorrow? So she has a hold?
We'll come back.
Okay, it looks like there's a failure to appear hold
I
for
was in
that
the
case?
hospital.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was in the hospital.
All right. Was that after you were arrested here and you went to the hospital?
Mhm.
Okay. Is that for the 194861?
Yes.
Okay. Can we confirm that she was actually
I have all my papers.
here
Oh, I have
for the failure to appear?
the,
Because if that's the case, I would email the judge and let them know. Looks like that was on 10/17, which my guess is this was a reset, so Judge Jordan, okay. That was the failure. Okay, yeah, all right. So, she has, can we recall that this afternoon? Can we recall her failure to appear?
They haven't served it yet.
They haven't served it yet. Will they serve her right now?
they just,
The deputies are signing now.
they said it would be in the thing in an hour.
Okay, can we recall her this afternoon on that case? I'm gonna address it, okay. All right, ma'am. They're gonna serve you with that. I'm gonna speak with Judge Jordan, let him know that you were in the hospital and you were here. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Take this. Thank you.
All right, good morning. Can you please tell me your name, sir?
Chairman Reynolds.
All right, Mr. Reynolds, you're here in 2019 CF 14662AO. You're arrested for false imprisonment and battery with 2 prior convictions. And I do find probable cause for those offenses. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to return back to the victim's residence. 1154 Vista Palma Way, or have any contact with any victim or witness, no weapons, no firearms, and no ammunition. Your bond on count 1 will be set at $7,500. Count 2 will be $1,000. You're out on bond in 2019 CF 6577AO. I am revoking that release and setting that at none. Or excuse me, it's ROR that you were released on. And so, does he have the PD in that case? I believe so.
Yes.
Okay, you do have the public defender. They can file any motions with regards to bond for you.
I don't understand what she did. Thank you.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Jesse Clark Ball.
All right, Mr. Ball, you're here in 2009, or excuse me, 15 CF 2202AO, arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear. And that was for a violation of probation on August 1st, 2017. And does he have the public defender? Or a private attorney?
Well, it doesn't show one on here, maybe because it's a VOP.
Do you know if you had an attorney in the case, Mr. Ball?
I have an attorney.
Right, but I'm talking about this case.
No, I do not, Your Honor.
Okay.
At this time, I do not.
And when you say you have an attorney, what do you mean?
I had an attorney on my original charge
Okay.
from the get-go, and when they brought me through this morning, they said that I already had a court-appointed attorney.
I'm gonna look at the VOP and see what happened at the... Trying to figure out what happened. Some indication that something else.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Ball, I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
And maybe they can get something filed with Judge Harris.
I have some things that I would like to talk to you about, if I could get a moment of your
Well,
time.
there's not much I can do for you on your case.
Okay.
Because it's a capias.
Okay.
And I'm seeing some stuff in here about it previously being terminated. But then, I'm trying to read what happened here. There was a bunch of correspondence from probation, and then there's an indication that it was then told, so, after the fact.
Okay.
I'm really not comfortable, and then you got a notice to appear instead of they recalled the capias and there was a notice to appear, so, and then you failed to appear for that. So I'm not sure what the status of your probation is. It looks
Okay.
like it was told. So I did appoint the PD. They can
Okay.
look at the case file and determine what motions, if any, need to be filed, okay?
Okay.
My guess is that they'll give you a new VOP date at some point soon, okay?
Okay, thank you,
But hopefully
Your
they
Honor.
can get something filed with the judge in the case, okay?
Okay, thank you,
All
Your
right.
Honor. Okay, thank you.
All right, good morning, sir. Can you please tell me your name?
Cameo Bannister.
All right, Mr. Bannister, you're here in 2019 CF 14724AO. You're arrested for possession of MDMA. I do find probable cause, and I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. And I am going to stay the bond at the $1,500. You're not to consume or possess any illegal substances without a valid prescription. And I'm not going to take any action on your out on release case today, okay? You have a court date coming up. Do you know when that is?
No, Your Honor.
October 24th, 2 days from now. If you miss that court date, probably going to get a warrant with no bond, okay? If you can't bond out, my guess is they'll either transport you, I don't know if it's your arraignment or, let me look it up real quick.
Hey, Your Honor, you think I could get an OR bond?
No,
Okay. I had to ask.
can't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
You have an arraignment and there was a written plea of not guilty, so you don't actually need to be there. But the PD did file that for you, so
Do you know what the plea is?
it's a plea of not guilty.
Oh, okay. I didn't
So that
know.
means that in the waiver of your arraignment, so you don't need to show up, but you need to keep in touch with the Public Defender's Office, because you're gonna have a court date. They did file an information in the case, okay?
So, are they not going to take
So you have a bond.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Herlan Soto.
All right, Mr. Soto, you're here in 2019 CF 14706AO. You're arrested for grand theft third degree of a motor vehicle. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You may not return back to the 55 West building in Orlando. You may not have any contact with any victim or any witness in the case. And I'm going to place you in pretrial release. It's also with random urinalysis. And to make sure that you follow all of their requirements as well as mine. If you get picked up or you violate any of those conditions, your release can be revoked. All right, good morning. Please tell me your name.
Michael Anthony Arrington Jr.
Mr. Arrington, you're here in 2018 CF 17601AO. You're arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for your pretrial on April 24, 2019. The judge did revoke your release and set your bond at none on each count. And so you have the PD in both cases? Okay, you do have the public defender in that case. In 2018 CF 16981AO, you were also arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for pretrial on April 16, 2019. And your bond is set at none. And the PD's office can file any motions for you with the judges in those divisions. All right, please tell me your name. I think we saw each other yesterday.
Yes, we did.
All right, tell me your name again.
Peterson Desavines.
All right. All right, sir, you're here in 2019 CF 14709AO. You're arrested for scheme to defraud less than $20,000 and grand theft by fraud. And I do find probable cause. And did I appoint the public defender for you yesterday on your case?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, yesterday you had a different affidavit. So now you're saying that you have take-home income of $20,000 a year.
That's, she asked me how much I made yesterday. I told her every 6 months about 10 grand, every 6 months.
Okay, well, that's not what you told me yesterday on the affidavit.
That's
Or
what
I
I
wouldn't
told
have
her.
appointed the public defender's office to represent you.
I actually have Mr. Cohen. I hired
You
him.
have him in the other cases.
He's hired on all my cases. He got hired
Okay,
yesterday.
So he got hired yesterday?
Yes, ma'am,
So
he's hired
do you-
also.
Okay, so I'm not gonna, you don't qualify for the public defender, okay? So, you're gonna have to hire your own attorney, whether that's Mr. Cohen or not.
He's already hired him.
Okay, all right. So you're not to return back to the Computers Plus cell phone store at 4938 West Colonial Drive, Suite Number 2, or have any contact with any victim or witness in the case. And your bond on count 1 will be $5,000, count 2 will be $1,000, and we'll just put to get own attorney. And I did revoke the bonds yesterday. Okay. All right, please tell me your name.
Diaz Martinez.
All right, Mr. Diaz Martinez, you're here in 2019 CF 14712AO. You were arrested for burglary of a structure, criminal mischief, and petty theft. I do find probable cause for those offenses. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You may not return back to 1355 South Cimarron Boulevard, the Jiffy Lube. You may not have any contact with any victim or any witness in the case. The bonds will stay at $3,500 and $100 on counts 2 and 3. All right, good morning, sir. Can you please tell me your name?
Arthur Gray.
All right, Mr. Gray, you're here in 2019 CF 14722AO. You're arrested for trespass on a designated construction site. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You can't have any contact with any victim, and you can't return back there, okay? You gotta abide by the signs.
Okay.
I wouldn't go back there, okay? But I'm gonna release you on your own recognizance. You need to make sure that everybody knows how to get in touch with you. Okay, Mr. Gray? If you miss
All
a
right.
court date, if the state files charges, you miss a court date, you're probably gonna get a no bond warrant, okay?
Okay.
So it's very important.
Gary Harrison refused, Your Honor.
All right, I find that to be a waiver. 2019 CF 4538AO, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent him. And Ms. Fowler, do you want to waive his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, looks like this, he was arrested pursuant to the warrant, but the state did file an information in 19 CF 4538 for failure of a sexual offender to report to the sheriff's office every 30 days as a transient. I think that's count 1 of the warrant. And so I'm setting the bond on count 1 at $5,000. He'll be ROR'd on count 2 because the state did not file on that. And he does have reporting requirements. All right, can you tell me your name, please?
Eric Hartley.
All right, Mr. Hartley, you're here in 2019 CF 14427. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant in which probable cause was found for failing to report within a 30-day period as a transient sexual offender. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you in the case. You do have reporting requirements. You need to make sure that you comply with those. Your bond is set at $3,500.
Thank you.
All right, good morning. Please tell me your name.
Tony Hunt?
All right. You're here in 2019 CF 3217AO. You're arrested pursuant to a capias. The state did file an information and probable cause was found for petty theft with 2 prior convictions. And I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You may not return to any Walmart, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not to have any contact with any victim or any witness in the case. And the bond will stay as set in the capias at the 500. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Yusuf Kodaksar, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Kodaksar, you're here in 2018 CF 15846AO, and you were arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for pretrial on October 1st, 2019. And it looks like the judge did set your bond at none on each count. Does he have the public defender?
It's a private attorney.
Private attorney? Okay, you're gonna have to get in touch with your attorney, and they're gonna have to file motions to get you a bond with the judge in Division 10, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good morning. Please tell me your name.
Joseph Conexel.
All right, Mr. Cornexel, you're here in 2019 CF 14721AO, and you were arrested for trespass on a designated construction site. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You can't have any contact with any victim, and you must abide by the trespass signs. Don't go back there, okay? I'm gonna release you on your own recognizance.
Thank you.
Need to make sure that everybody knows how to get in touch with you, so that
Yes,
if the
sir.
state does file an information, it's a felony. I don't know what they'll file on or if they'll file, but you need to make sure that you show up to court, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Derek Maestas.
Maestas?
Yes.
Okay, all right, Mr. Maestas, you're here in 2018 CF 3184AO. You're arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for your trial management conference on May 31st of 2018. And the judge did revoke your release and set your bond at none on each count. Does he have the PD? Okay, you do have the public defender. They're gonna have to be the ones that file any motions for you to get you a bond, okay?
Erica McClure, refuse, Your Honor.
All right, I find that to be a waiver. 2019 CF 14723AO, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent her. And Ms. Fowler, do you want to formally waive her appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. She was arrested for possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and trespass on property after warning. And I do find probable cause. I did appoint the PD. She's not to return back to the Corner King at 1316 44th Street. And she's to abide by any trespass warning. She's not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. And she's not to have any contact with any victims or witnesses in the case. The bond will stay set at 1,000 and 100 on counts 2 and 3. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Robert Nielsen.
All right, Mr. Nielsen. You're here in 2019 CF 14719AO. You're arrested for trespass on a designated construction site. I do find probable cause. I don't have a form for the public defender. It's not a pleable case. So do you want me to appoint the PD to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And you can't go back to that construction site, okay? Abide by those signs. You can't have any contact with any victim. And I'm gonna release you on your own recognizance, sir. You need to make sure that you show up to any court date, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Make sure everybody knows how to get in touch with you. If the state files and you don't show up to court, then you'll probably get a no bond capias.
Yeah,
And you have an open case, it's a soliciting case, but looks like, are you aware of any upcoming court date?
30th.
October 30th?
October
Don't miss
30th
that
at
court-
1 o'clock.
Don't miss that court date.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
please tell me your name, ma'am.
Ashley Nicole Nieves.
All right, Ms. Nieves, you're here in 2018 CF 1637CO, 16307CO, excuse me. And you're arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for a status hearing on July 23rd, 2019. The judge did set your bond at none on each count. Does she have the PD? You do have the public defender's office, and they'll be able to file any motions for you with that judge.
Okay, I was in Osceola County and I signed a global plea on all my charges.
Okay, I don't know, ma'am. All I know is that the capias specifically says, and I can't change a capias, so, it says forfeit bond, zero bond until defendant appears in Division 22. So that's the order of the court. So if you have an attorney, okay, and they can file any motions for you if the judge decides, or if they prove to the judge or show to the judge that your case is already resolved. It's an open case as of right now.
Okay, when do I go to court?
I don't know. I can't tell you that. I don't know. You don't have a court date just yet, but it's still showing as an open case in the system. So you may, if your attorneys can get that information that your case is closed because you pled to it or resolved it or it was dropped, then that's something that they'll have to show the court, okay?
I just signed for 120 days, 2 years community control, and 2 years probation.
It's not in the system, okay? So there's nothing that I can do about it. You do have an attorney, and they'll be able to investigate that and look into that for you, okay? Jenny, do you guys have, before she goes, do we have a way of looking up, wait, hold on one second, ma'am. What cases she's on probation for? Because that would, let me look up the DOC website. I don't know if you guys had it up.
She was on probation for trafficking and stolen property.
But I need to know, I'm just trying to look up the case number, because
Case
if it,
number 2018 CF 003500.
that's the only one?
That's the only one. That's
Okay, so that's the only case you're on probation for, ma'am, not this case, okay?
All right.
All right, please tell me your name.
Urban Richardson.
All right, Mr. Richardson? Okay. All right, you're here in case number 2019 CF 14726AO, and you're arrested for possession of ammunition by a convicted felon and driving while license suspended with 2 prior convictions. I do find probable cause for those offenses. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You may not drive without a valid license. You may not possess any weapons, any firearms, or any ammunition. And you may not have any contact. I don't know if he's going to be a co-defendant, but you may not have any contact with the individual that was in the vehicle with you. And your bond will stay set at $5,000 on count 1, $150 on count 2. You're also out on bond in 2019 CF 7894AO. I am revoking the release and setting that at none. You do have an attorney in the case, and they can file any motions to set bond for you. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Jason Smith.
All right, Mr. Smith, you're here in 2019 CF 14720AO. You're arrested for trespass on a designated construction site. Do you find probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You can't have any contact with any victim in the case, and you may not go back to that location, okay? Abide by the trespass warning signs, okay? Probably get arrested if you go back. I am gonna release you on your own recognizance. You need to make sure that everybody has a way of getting a hold of you, the clerks as well as the public defender's office if you miss a court date, probably gonna be a no bond warrant,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am. Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Yao Chen.
All right, Mr. Chen, you're here in 2019 CO 1074. You're arrested for soliciting without a permit. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Chen?
Yes, Your Honor. The state offer is 10 days for time served.
And I would have to impose court costs.
Your Honor, the offer was 10 days.
My guess is that has to do with the fact that he has 149 unknowns, 13 misdemeanors.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
All right, Mr. Chen, do you want to accept the offer, or you don't have to?
No, I take it.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Chen, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
Yes,
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
yes.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No,
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
yes.
All right, I do find a factual basis to accept your plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 10 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'll order you pay those by October 22nd, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. Good luck. All right, good morning, sir. Please tell me your name.
D'Angelo Austin.
All right, Mr. D'Angelo, you're here in 2019, MO 1752. You're arrested for disorderly conduct. Do you find probable cause? I don't have a form for the public defender. Do you want to see if the state has an offer to resolve your case?
Yes, I like to plead guilty.
Huh?
I said, yes, ma'am, I like to plead guilty.
Okay. Is there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. The state offers credit time served.
Do you want to take that, Mr. D'Angelo? It's credit for time served. I'll have to impose court costs. I'll give you a year to pay those off.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. All right, Mr. D'Angelo, is this your signature at the bottom of the plea form?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, did you understand everything that's contained within the plea form?
Yes,
Do
ma'am.
you understand all those rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes,
Are
ma'am.
you on probation anywhere?
Oh,
You
ma'am.
understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation? Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I do find a factual basis to accept the plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'll order you pay those by October 22nd, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. Good luck.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, please tell me your name. Can you tell me your name, please?
Oscar Lee Dykes.
Okay, is Mr. Prince
Mr. Prince was,
sign interpreter? Okay, that's what I thought. I'll hold on to that. Okay, and you said Mr. Dykes? Okay, is that a yeah? Okay. All right, Mr. Dykes, you're here in 2019 MM 8607AO. You're arrested for petty theft. I do find probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I don't know if the state will have an offer for you today.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're not to return back to any Walmart, Mr. Dykes. You can't go back to any Walmart. You can't have any contact with any victim or witness in the case. I'm gonna stay the bond at the $500. You're out on ROR for petty theft from a Walmart, okay? So I'm gonna revoke the bond, or revoke the release in 2019 MM 8197AO. And does he have the PD in that case?
It is smart.
PD was previously
Yeah.
appointed, okay? They can file any motions to get you a bond. Okay? All right. Good morning. Please tell me your name, ma'am.
Brittany?
Gibson? Okay, Ms. Gibson, you're here in 2019 MM 8606AO. You're arrested for resisting an officer without violence. I do find probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Was there an offer for Ms. Gibson?
Yes,
Okay. And Ms. Gibson, you want to accept that offer?
Yes.
Okay, you know, you were trespassed from that 1318 Queensway Road. You can't go back there, okay? Am I gonna see her again for the Osceola warrant, or, no? Okay.
Unless it's served.
Okay. All right, please. Can you tell me if this is your signature at the bottom of the plea form, ma'am? Ms. Gibson, is this your signature at the bottom of the plea form? You gotta say yes or no, we're being
Yes,
recorded. Okay. Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes.
All right, did you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No.
Okay. You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Okay.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. I do find a factual basis to accept your plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'll order you pay those by October 22nd, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Okay?
Okay, yes.
All right, please tell me your name.
Matthew Shepard.
All right, Mr. Shepherd, you're here in 2019 MM 8572AO. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning. I do find probable cause, and I don't have a form for the public defender. Do you want to see if the state has an offer to resolve your case?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, the offer is 7 days.
Okay, so the offer from the state is 7 days, and you have credit for the 2 days. And I would have to impose court costs, and you can't return back to the airport. You gotta abide by the trespass warning. If you wanna accept the offer, you can. If you don't, you don't have to.
Yes.
You wanna accept that?
Yes.
Okay. Have you signed the plea form? Thank you. All right, do you want to plead no contest, Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Okay, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes.
Understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Okay.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if you understood. Okay. I do find a factual basis to accept your plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 7 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. You can't go back to the Orlando International Airport. You gotta abide by the trespass warning, so you need to make sure you read that carefully and know what you can and can't do, okay? And I do have to impose court costs. I'll order that you pay those by October 22nd, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one would be appointed for you, sir. Good luck. All right, good morning. Please tell me your name.
Billy Ray Smith.
All right, Mr. Smith, you're here in 2019 MM 8615AO. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning. I do find probable cause, and I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Smith?
Yes, Your Honor, 5 days, OCJ.
Okay, and so you can't go back to, I believe, the Quick Stop?
Yes, ma'am. It's the gas station right across the street from my house.
Okay, well, you've been trespassed from there. If you go back, chances are you're gonna be right back here.
Yes, ma'am. I was
So-
actually just standing on the
Okay.
sidewalk when
I
they pulled up.
know. Well, if you have a defense and you don't want to take the plea, you don't have to. So it's really up to you. The offer was, you said 5 days?
5 days.
5 days with credit for 2 days.
Your Honor, may I have a brief moment with state?
I just got an email from Judge Jordan, I'm sorry to interrupt, about Miss Raincrow. I don't know if he was listening or what, or somebody emailed him, but he wants me to recall the capias. So if they haven't served her with it, I haven't emailed him, so I don't know if he's just, oh, you did, okay, thank you, Ms. Perla. And he said, his email said, go ahead, recall the capias and place on level 2 PTD if your ASA has the paperwork. I don't know. Okay. He said bond is my call, ROR is fine if she does not have a letter from the bondsman. So, I'll probably just ROR her.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so I don't know, do we need to recall her to put everything on the record, or? Okay, all right, so that's what we'll do, but if they haven't served her with the capias yet, then,
They served it before she came.
okay. I'll still ROR her then, okay, I mean.
You want us to bring it back?
Yeah, we'll just bring her back and I'll put it on the record so she knows what happened. Thanks, Ms. Marlowe. All right, Mr. Smith, I've given you some time to think about it. If you want to accept the offer, you can. If you don't, unfortunately, I'm not going to release you on your own recognizance. You know, you pled to a trespass on property after warning from the same
Right.
location in September.
Right.
3 days. 3 days. 5.
All right, Mr. Smith, if you don't know what you want to do, then it's fine. You don't have to make that decision today, but I am going to stay the bond.
I would like to resolve it today,
Okay. Well,
but, I mean,
it's a 5-day offer. I don't think that's unreasonable, considering your history as well as the fact that
That's fine.
you just pled there, you pled for the same charge from the same location a
Yeah,
little
I
over
live-
a month ago.
I live right across
I
the street, so
understand,
it's
but-
very easy to,
Okay, well, you need to avoid that place like the plague, okay?
understandable.
You can resolve it today. I think you'd get out, Thursday? Friday?
What's today?
Today's Tuesday. All right, I need to know what you want to do. You can't, today's the only day you can resolve this.
I know.
Until the state, and if the state files an information, so.
I know.
I,
Man, there's no way we can do 3.
I'm not
I
gonna
understand my
undercut the
past
state
and
on this
everything,
one,
but-
so.
Yeah.
I don't think as I said, 5 days is not unreasonable.
Let's go. I mean, I'll take 5.
Okay?
Thank you. Anything else? Anything?
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Smith. I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you understand everything that's contained within the plea form?
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I do find a factual basis to accept the plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 5 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. You know, you can't go back to the Quick Stop. You've been trespassed from there, and that's at the 2015 South Orange Blossom Trail. You gotta abide by the trespass warning, so avoid that place as best as you can, okay?
Is there a way to get them lifted?
You're gonna have to contact OPD or ask your attorneys to look into that. I don't know. Probably not, if they don't want you there.
No, it's because I'm actually there every day with the owners.
Okay, I don't know what to tell you, sir, but you can probably contact OPD, okay? I don't know,
think it's
maybe
county.
they can ask, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it was Orange County, okay. And so I do have to impose court costs. I'll order you pay those by October 22nd, 2020. And if you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, please tell me your name.
Tashana Taylor.
All right, Ms. Taylor, you're here in 2019 MM8610AO. You're arrested for petty theft. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I don't know if the state will have an offer.
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, the problem is she would qualify for PTP. She has no prior.
I was gonna ROR her if she did not wanna, I usually petty thefts because of history, but she has no history, so,
Zero.
yeah.
I just don't want her to give up the opportunity.
Sure, okay, so they believe that you may qualify for pretrial diversion, which is a program that the state attorney's office has, where if you complete it fully and successfully, then your charges get dropped, okay? So what I'm gonna do is release you on your own recognizance, okay? So that's very important. You need to make sure that the clerk's office and the office of the public defender have your correct information to get in touch with you for any possible upcoming court dates, okay? And make sure that they look into the pretrial diversion program, PTD, okay?
Okay.
All right, and you can't go back to the Publix.
Okay.
And you can't have any contact with any victim, any witness, or your co-defendant, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Joshua Remmons.
Okay, do we know what happened to Elizabeth Lowry?
She's behavior, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll reset her one more time. Yesterday was mental health, but I'm gonna give her another opportunity to come to court. And can you tell me your name again, sir?
Joshua Remmons.
Okay, do we know what happened to Luis Ramirez?
He's TOT.
What's that? Oh, okay. I'm gonna do that one. So he's gone to Hillsborough. We'll take no action. All right, Mr. Ramnath. You're here in 2019 CF 14674AO. You're arrested for carrying a concealed firearm, and I believe that this is the recall from yesterday with regards to probable cause.
That's correct.
Okay.
It's attached.
Oh, it's attached.
Yes, the state provided a supplemental report to support probable cause.
Okay, and did you provide that to Ms. Fowler?
Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
And Your Honor, may we approach the bench?
Sure. Well, hold on. There's a jurat. Yeah, it's a sworn jurat. Okay, all right. All right, so based on the supplemental information that does have a jurat attached, I do find the probable cause for carrying a concealed firearm. And I believe I did appoint the public defenders yesterday to represent Mr. Ramnath. So, Mr. Ramnath, you're not to possess any weapons or firearms or any ammunition. I am gonna stay the bond at $1,000. You're out on bond in 3 cases, and one of which is a battery, and you were ordered in that case, I looked it up, to have no weapons, no firearms, no ammunition, okay? So I find that you violated your conditions of release with new law arrest, as well as that condition that you were supposed to abide by. So I am gonna revoke the release in 2019 CT 7284, 2019 CT 7282, and 2019 MM 3598. It appears as though Mr. Bradford Fisher does represent you in those cases, and you'll get in touch with him as soon as you can. You need to make sure so he can file any motions on your behalf for you. There's 3 cases. 7282 as well. It's a DUI. Oh, this should be attached and not signed. It fell off. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Christian Rivera Torres.
All right, Mr. Rivera Torres. You're here in 2019 CF 14615AO. You're arrested for theft from a public lodging establishment. I do find probable cause, and do you have an opportunity to fill out a form for the public defender? Or did you plan on I don't have a form for the PD to be appointed. Did you want me to appoint them, or are you planning on hiring your own attorney?
Can you appoint one?
Okay. Do you work, sir? Okay. Does he have a VOP too, or? No, do we know? I see that he's on probation. Out of count? Okay. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you in the case. You can't go back to 12120 International Drive at the south, the Monumental Hotel. You can't have any contact with any victim or witness.
This was reset by Judge Cameron for PC.
Oh, okay.
They were given 72.
I see. Well, I read the affidavit. I don't know what was lacking. I don't know what was lacking from the probable cause, because I read the PC affidavit. I don't know. Okay, was anyone here that day, or remember? No? I read the affidavit, I find probable cause, so I don't know what additional information that Judge Cameron found was non-existing.
Judge, if I may, can I get the case number?
Sure, 2019 CF 14615 AO. But indicates that it happened at a hotel. There was a purse that was taken. It's on video. He admitted to it. So there's, it says what was taken. So I do find the probable cause based on the affidavit. And I did appoint the public defender's office to represent him. So you're not to return back to that hotel, sir. I think that's the Monumental Hotel. I did state the address. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness, and you're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. The bond will stay set at the $2,500. All right. I have two 33-day motions filed by private attorneys or conflict counsel attorneys. 2019 CF 13098AO, Paul Dwayne Brinson Jr. I believe an information was filed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and that was filed on 10/21/2019. So that will be denied. Then I have 2019 MM 7153 Denzel Ezekiel Xavier Wilson. I believe an information was filed in that case.
That's correct.
And that was on 10/21. So that will be denied. All right, you guys ready on the PD 33 days? All right. I have 2019 CF 13311AO Joshua Andrew Jett. This information was filed. Is it misdemeanor, I think? 2000, well, I have a clocked in copy of the information.
Yes,
It
Your
was
Honor.
attached. I don't know who gave it to me, but.
I provided that to the court.
Okay, is there a case number yet or no? Do we know?
It should be referenced on the information.
No.
No, Judge, because it was a down file.
Okay, but you guys don't have a case number yet for it?
No, the clerk's office.
Let me see if they actually have it in the system. I just like to put that on there. No, it's not in there yet, but I do have it shown as clocked in on October 21st, 2019 at 3:36. All right, so that will be denied. Two 2019 MM 423 AE James Irvin Moore. Information was filed.
That was also filed, Your Honor.
That will be denied. 2019 CF 13299AO James Irvin Moore.
It was filed.
I'm showing I have an information, it was clocked in at 3:36 PM on October 21st. That will be denied. All right, 2019 CF 12887AO Byron Leonard Smith.
That was also filed.
See that? Information was filed on 10/21 at 3:47. So that will be denied. Mm, 2019 CF 12172AO Damian Cheney.
A notice of non-filing was filed yesterday.
Okay. That will be granted. 2019 CF 13097AO Charles Michael Eubanks.
That was also a non-filing, Your Honor.
Okay, that will be granted. 2019 CF 13072AO Michael Ulrich Deuce.
Also a non-filing.
Okay, that will be granted. 2019 CF 11321AO Jordan Gideon.
A non-filing as well.
All right, that will be granted. 2019 MM 7646AO Fulquin Williams.
This one was filed, Your Honor.
I'm seeing an information was filed on October 18th at 3:40 PM.
That's correct.
All right, that will be denied. All right, 2019 CF 13301AO Eric Maurice Keenan.
It was filed on October 21st.
Information was filed, okay. All right. Right, that will be denied. 2019 CF 13203AO James Anthony Jones.
This one was not filed, notice of non-filing on the 21st.
A notice of not filing?
Not filing.
Sorry?
It was not filed.
Okay, so a notice of not filing was
Yes,
filed?
that's
Okay,
correct.
all right. Thank you, that will be granted. 2019 CF 13296AO, Arraignment McLeod.
This one was filed yesterday, and information was filed yesterday.
All right, that will be denied. 2019 CF 13271AO, Bernard Robert Young.
And information was filed yesterday.
All right, that will be denied. (2019) CF 11114AO, Stephen French.
A notice of non-filing was.
His bond was revoked on September 27, 2019, so the proper motion to file is a motion to set bond in the trial division. So that will be denied for those reasons. Alright, 2019 CF 13232AO, Danford McLeod Swain.
Notice of non-filing was e-filed yesterday.
Okay, that will be granted. 2019 CF 13085AO, Ruben Rodriguez.
A notice of non-filing was also filed yesterday.
Alright, that will be granted. 2019 CF 13395, AO Dylan S. Jones. I'm showing this is the 30th day.
Notice of non-filing.
Okay, so y'all not filing? While it's untimely, the state has filed a notice of non-filing, so that will be granted. And then I have one left, but I don't have an order for it. Bernard Robert Young, 2019 CF 10440AO. Appears his bond was also revoked on September 20th, 2019. I don't have an order for him, though. Ms. Fowler? It's Mr. Bernard Robert Young, 2019 CF 10440AO. If you want to get me an order after the break, but it's going to be, huh?
I'll give you the copy of the order after break.
Okay, yeah, I need an order to provide to the clerk. But his bond was revoked on September 20th, 2019, so that will be denied. And the proper motion to file is a motion to set bond in the trial division. Okay, so you'll just get me an order for that one. All right, anything further? No? Okay, we'll be, what does our afternoon look like? Oh, I have an order. Thank you. Okay, what does our afternoon look like? Anyone know? Heavy? Great, okay. We'll be in recess until 1. you're back on the record. It's October 22nd, 2019. This is Judge Wish, courtroom 1, session 2. Can I have the parties announce themselves for the record, please?
Letitia Fowler with the Office of Public Defender.
Jennifer Garcia Vicente for the state.
Okay. All right, please tell me your name, ma'am.
Suzanne Desiree Highland.
All right, Ms. Highland, you're here. You were picked up on an Indian River County warrant. And the judge in that case did set your bond at none on each count. And so Indian River County will have 72 hours from now pursuant to our administrative order, not including weekends or holidays, to come and pick you up. If they don't do so within that time frame, you'll come back before a judge, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Ms. Reamcrow, we're back, and appears as though they did serve the capias on you. I did get a message from Judge Jordan, and this is 2019 CF 4861AO, and I'm gonna ROR you, okay, on the counts in that case. And she has the PD in that case, correct? Okay, so you need to make sure, it's very important, you keep in touch with your attorneys, don't get picked up on any new law offenses, comply with all the conditions of release, and show up to all your court dates. Obviously, you couldn't because you were in the hospital, but, so Judge Jordan does know that, so just make sure you show up to court.
Thank you.
Keep in touch with everybody, make sure they are able to get in touch with you,
Yes, ma'am.
okay?
Thank you.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Winston Clerger.
All right, Mr. Clerger, you're here in 2019 CF 14734AO. You're arrested for possession of MDMA and possession of cannabis less than 20 grams. I do find probable cause, and I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription, and the bond will be set, I'm going to set count 1 at 1,000. I'm RORing you on count 2. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Philip Corbett.
All right, Mr. Corbett, you're here in 2019 CF 14729AO. You're arrested for possession of a controlled substance without a prescription. And I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You may not possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. The bond will stay set at 1,000.
Thank you.
We have a possession.
All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Josh Fast.
All right, Mr. Fast, you're here in 2019 CF 14731AO. You're arrested for possession of MDMA. I do find probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You may not possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. And the bond will stay set at 1,000. I just signed your ROR motion yesterday, and unfortunately, you're out on release on 4 cases. So I am gonna revoke the releases in 2019 CF 12370AO, 2019 CF 1205AO, 051AO, 2019 CF 12369AO, and 2019 CF 9187AO. And does he have the PD in all those cases? Okay, you do have the public defender. They can file any motions for you on your behalf with regards to bond.
Your Honor, Francois behavior.
Okay. I'm gonna find that to be a waiver in 2019 CF 14739AO. He's charged with petty theft with 2 prior convictions. And I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent him. I do have a form for that. So I will appoint them. And Ms. Fowler, did you want to formally waive?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So I do find probable cause for the offense of petty theft 2 prior. And he's not to return to the 7-Eleven at 2160 American Boulevard or have any contact with any victim or witness in the case. And the bond will stay set at $1,000. And he's out on bond for an attempted burglary of an occupied dwelling in 2019 CF 14661AO. I'm revoking the bond and setting that at none. The PD represents him in that case. They can file any motions on his behalf. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Michael Anthony Scott.
Okay, Mr. Scott, you're here in 2019 CF 14732 AO. You're arrested for possession of MDMA, possession of a firearm, and the commission of a felony, possession of a concealed weapon or firearm by a convicted felon, and possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. I do find probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender's office. You may not possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription, no weapons, no firearms, no ammunition. And I do have to advise you do have reporting requirements, okay? So if you're not able to bond out, you still need to comply with all of those reporting requirements. The bonds will stay set at $150, $150, $5,000, and $150. All right, please tell me your name, ma'am.
Shawnee Smart.
All right, Ms. Smart, you're here in 2019 CF 14740AO. You're arrested for possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription, and you do qualify for pretrial release. I'm gonna order you into pretrial release. You need to comply with all of the requirements of pretrial release. That's subject to random urinalysis as well. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Chad Dwayne Walton.
All right, Mr. Walton, you're here in 2019 CF 14704AO. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant in which probable cause was found for burglary of conveyance, grand theft, 3rd degree, dealing in stolen property, and a violation of the Pawnbroker Act by false verification of less than 300 to a pawnbroker. And probable cause was found pursuant to the warrant. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You can't have any contact with any victim or witness in the case. You cannot go back to 450 West Marshall Lake Road in Apopka, Florida, the victim's location, nor may you return to any pawn shop, okay? No pawn shops. And the bonds will stay set as in the warrant at $2,500, $1,500, $1,000, and $500. All right, thank you. All right, if you have any questions, you call the number on the form that she gave you. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Rich on Wilbon.
All right, Mr. Wilbon, you're here in 2019 CF 6663AO. You filed a violation of probation on view based on your new law offenses in 2019 CT 7733AO and 2019 CF 14741AO. And I find probable cause for the violation of probation. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office. The bond will be stayed at none at this time, and you'll be seen by Judge Whitehead in a week to 10 days on that. And in 2019 CT 7733AO, you were arrested for no valid driver's license. I do find probable cause for that offense. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You cannot drive without a valid driver's license. And the bond will stay set at the $500. And finally, 2019 CF 14741AO, you're arrested for possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver with a firearm, possession of a firearm or ammunition by a convicted felon, possession of a firearm in the commission of a felony, possession of alprazolam with intent to sell or deliver, possession of cannabis more than 20 grams, battery on a law enforcement officer, and resisting an officer with violence. I find probable cause for all of those offenses. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You may not possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. You may not have any contact with any victim or witness in the case. No weapons, no firearms, and no ammunition. And the bonds will stay set at $10,000 and then $150 on all counts 2 through 7. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Patrick Wilson.
All right, Mr. Wilson. You're here in 2019 CF 14728AO. You're arrested for trafficking in heroin over 14 grams, under 28 grams with a weapon, possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver with a weapon, possession of cannabis more than 20 grams, possession of heroin, and possession of drug paraphernalia. And I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Your Honor, may I speak in regards to bond for count 1 trafficking?
Sure.
We asked for a reduction of bond to $200,000. We asked the court to take into consideration his lack of criminal record.
Does the state want to be heard?
State has no objections, Your Honor.
Okay.
We'll leave it to your discretion to reduce the bond.
All right, Mr. Wilson, based on your lack of criminal history, I'm going to reduce your bond to the $200,000 on count 1.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And $150 on counts 2, 3, and 4, and 5 will remain at the $100. You are not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. You're not to possess any weapons, any firearms, or any ammunition. And if you have a passport, okay, you're gonna need to surrender that to the clerk's office within 10 hours of your release from the Orange County Jail. If you do not own a passport, you're gonna have to file an affidavit notarized under oath indicating that you do not have a passport. That's also subject to perjury charges, okay? If you have questions about that, you can ask your attorneys.
Your Honor, what was the time limit for him to surrender his
10
passport?
hours.
10 hours. He stated that his passport is in Miami. And
Well, somebody's gonna have to get it
Okay.
for him.
Okay.
Can I turn it in County? Your Honor, would I be able to surrender it to Miami-Dade County?
No, it's the clerk's office here in Orange County.
Okay.
All right, if you have questions, you can call the number on the form and they can give you legal advice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Please tell me your name, sir. Mr. Finley, how are you doing today?
Yeah, good morning, family.
Okay, all right, Mr. Finley, you're here. You were picked up on a warrant for trespass in an occupied structure, and probable cause was found for the warrant. And so you're not to return back to that location, okay?
Yeah.
And that's the 2715 South Orange Avenue, the Walmart, okay? Can't go back there. You gotta abide by the trespass warning. And the bond in the warrant is at $150. And let's see if, I don't know if the state will have offers for you, but in 19 MO 1754AO, you're charged with open container violation, and there's probable cause for that. And I'll appoint the public defender in both of those cases. And was there an offer for Mr. Finley on the cases?
Yes, Your Honor. State's offer is 10 days OCJ.
Is that concurrent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Finley, so if you want to resolve both your cases today, you can do that when you have 10 days. Does he have credit for, what's it, 2 days, 1 day? Okay. So you can resolve both your cases with 10 days. You have a credit for 1 day time served. And then you won't have to come back to court again. So it's up to you.
Yes, ma'am.
You want to do that?
Your Honor, he'll accept the offer.
Okay.
Enter a plea, no contest.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Finley, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you understand everything that's contained within the plea form?
Yes.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea? Is that a yeah? Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yeah.
All right. Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yeah, ma'am.
All right. I do find a factual basis based on the warrant in 2019 MM 8302 to accept your plea, as well as in 2019 MO 1754AO to accept your plea to that charge as well. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty on each case and sentence you to 10 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 1 day time served, and each of those cases will run concurrent, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And I do have to impose court costs. I'm going to order that you pay those by October 22nd, 2020. And if you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. Good luck.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Kevin Biquette.
All right, Mr. Paquette, you're here in 2019 MM 8618 AO. You're arrested for resisting an officer without violence and littering. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint, well, I don't have a form for the PD. Do you want to see if the state has an offer to resolve your cases? I don't know if they do.
Pardon me?
Do you want to see if the state has an offer to resolve your
what I want
cases?
to
I don't, like I said,
consider,
I don't know if they do, so we'll see
I-
if the state has an offer.
I think you're
Yes,
trying
Your
to
Honor.
dismiss him.
Yes, the state offers credit time served.
Okay, so the state's offers credit for time served for both of the counts. If you want to accept that offer, they'll get you out today, and I would have to impose court costs.
Yes.
You want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll have you sign the plea form. All right, Mr. Brigette, do you want to plead no contest?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
Yes.
Understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No.
Okay, you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes.
Okay. I do find a factual basis to accept your plea to both counts, and based on the affidavit in the court file, I'll adjudicate you guilty on each count, sentence you to 2 days, is it 1 day? 1 day in the Orange County Jail with credit for 1 day time served, and those will run concurrent. And if, I do have to impose court costs, I'll order that you pay those by October 22nd, 2020. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one would be appointed for you. Okay, good luck. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Ma'am, morning. Juan Rivera Caraballo.
All right, Mr. Caraballo, you're here in 2019 MM 8621 AO. You're arrested for resisting an officer without violence. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Caraballo?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so the state's not making an offer today. All right, I am gonna stay the bond at the $500, sir, okay? Can't have any contact with any victims or witnesses in the case. Excuse me? You know, there's some judges in this county that if you treat the court that way, I could hold you in contempt and sentence you right now to 179 days.
I don't want that, ma'am.
Do you want to apologize?
Ma'am, I apologize. I was speaking to myself because
You weren't speaking to yourself, sir.
I apologize, ma'am. My fault. Yeah.
It's not her fault that the state is not making an offer, okay? My guess is it's based on your behavior.
I apologize to the court.
Okay. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
One moment,
Sure. All right, good afternoon. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Kenneth Allen Graves.
All right, Mr. Graves, you're here in 2019 MM 8619 AO. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning. I do find probable cause. I don't have a form for the public defender. Do you want to see if the state has an offer for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I take responsibility for my actions as well.
Okay.
Your Honor, based on his prior history, the state offers 15 days OCJ.
So his last conviction was 2016. Is that the last time that you were before the court?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Graves? All right, Mr. Graves, if you want to plead to the bench, you can do so. So the state's offering you 15 days. I'm telling you, if you want to plead to the bench, you can do that. All right, Mr. Graves, I can't tell you what I'm gonna give you, but
Okay.
it's not gonna be worse than 15 days.
It's not gonna be worse than that. Okay, well, I'll plead to the bench.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you appoint the people's officer?
No, I did not. All right, Mr. Graves, let's have a little chat here. So you can't go back there. You got me?
Okay, I got
You've
you.
been trespassed from the Wawa.
Yes, Your Honor,
You can't go back.
you have my word.
If you go back, you're probably just gonna end up right back here,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay?
Okay.
We're good?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, Your
Are
Honor.
you on probation anywhere?
No, Your
All
Honor.
right. You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
I understand that.
All right. I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit in the court file to accept your plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 1 day in the Orange County Jail with credit for 1 day time served, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Don't go back there.
I will not.
I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order that you pay those by October 22nd, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Don't come back.
I won't.
All right, please tell me your name.
Alvin Marks.
All right, Mr. Marks, you're here in 2019 MM 8616AO. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning. I do find probable cause for the offense. I don't have a form for the public defender. Does the state make an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. 4 days, OCJ.
All right, Mr. Marks, if you want to plead to the bench, you're more than welcome to do that.
No, I'm okay, ma'am.
Okay, you
I
want to
mean,
take,
I'm guilty, you know. I shouldn't have done it, but
okay, you want to take the state's offer?
4 days?
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll take it.
No, you're fine. All right, Mr. Marks, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything contained within the
Yes,
plea
ma'am.
form? Hold on, let me finish my sentences. Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I do find a factual basis to accept your plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 4 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 1 day time served. 2 days time served. You can't go back to Lake Eola at 101 North Roslyn Avenue. They trespassed you. If you go back, probably just gonna end up right back here, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I do have to impose court costs, and I'll order you pay those by October 22nd, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Good luck. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
George Knox.
All right, Mr. Knox, you were picked up on an out-of-county warrant out of Jackson County, and the judge in that case did set your bond at none. And Jackson County will have 72 hours pursuant to our administrative order to come and pick you up, if that does not include weekends or holidays. If they don't pick you up within that time frame, you'll come back before the court, okay? All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Lavares DeMonte Foster.
All right, Mr. Foster, you're here in 2019 MO 1755AO. You're arrested for disorderly conduct. I do find probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Was there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, 5 days in OCJ.
Is that something you want to do, Mr. Foster?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. All right, Mr. Foster, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Okay.
Is that a yes? You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I do find a factual basis to accept your plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 5 days in the, is it 5 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days in the, 2 days time served. And
So
I
I
do have
got-
to impose court costs. I'm gonna order that you pay those by October 22nd, 2020, okay?
Okay.
If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Good
Okay.
luck. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Nicholas Wachek.
All right, Mr. Wachek, you're here in 19 MO 1756AO. You're arrested for an open container violation. I do find probable cause. I don't have a form for the public defender. Was there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, 4 days OCJ.
All right, is that something you want to do today, Mr. Wachek? I mean,
Yes.
I understand their offer. You were just here this last month, so,
I accept that offer.
Okay.
Please.
thank you. All right, Mr. Wachek, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
It is.
All right, did you understand everything that's contained within the plea form?
I do.
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
I do.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
I understand.
I do find a factual basis to accept your plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 4 days in the Orange County Jail, with 2 days credit for time served. Excuse me, I do have to impose court costs. I'll order you pay those by October 22nd, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. Good luck. All right. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
No? Okay. We will be in recess for tomorrow.